All right, we have chat windows all set up. Let's go. Oh, I don't have the thing up here. One sec. Let's pop it open. All right, guys, who's going to ask the first question in today's stream? Yo, what's up, Stefan? Welcome. Hey, what's up, Surya? Welcome. Will you be the first question to ask a question today? First person to ask a question today. Hey, welcome from India. I'm a student. I'm like 18. All right, hit me. Hey, Danny Wealth. I appreciate the sub. Life is good. How are you? Like, what could be a good sector to start a business? It's tough, man. I don't know enough about India, but what I would say is, what are things going on in your world that you can help people out with? Like, are there mundane tasks that people have to do every day? Like in America, for example, wheeling somebody's trash out to the curb and back, right? You know, things like that. Are there things that you can take care of for people and get paid for it? I mean, I think it would have to be an online business, right? It's a good question, man. I don't know what your skills are, right? If you want to start a business and give yourself a chance for success, what's the least amount you could spend to start it? So yeah, it's tough, man. I'm not an online business expert, brother. I don't know what would be good for you to start. Right? If you got skills in video editing or graphic design, you could always try to do something on Fiverr. You know what I mean? I was thinking here in Zambia, we have a lot of land with minerals. If I find precious metals, land, how do I connect with investors with machinery without being scammed? It's a really good question, man. I don't know anything about Zambia. I don't know how to find that. You know what I mean? Have you seen Breaking Bad? Hey, Surya, it's tough for you there in India, man. For the traditional retirement and investment types in America, that's one thing. But there in India, I'm not sure. Was just making a joke, but it's actually a pretty good show. He's gonna say I look like him. He's gonna say I look like him. Can I do onion powder business? Do you know? Hey, Ram, is there a market out there for you, Surya? I mean, I'm sure you could, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be successful. Right? There's a lot that factors into that. I mean, you'd probably have to do external research and figure out who's trustworthy there. I don't know if a basic search will do that, but you'd have to look around. Have you found metals? Because if you haven't found metals, I would start looking now before you actually have things for people to try to scam you. You're like, nah, I'm just wondering, and then go from there. I experimented and made my own candle made of string, but I don't know how to light it. Yikes, all right. Plenty of suppliers, all right. Dog, onion powder business is relatively expensive to get into if it's your first business. There we go. Yikes, 500,000 for a visa? That's the weight right now? Or that's how much it costs for a visa? It's crazy the way chat will just go completely sideways sometime. You know what? Oh, you've actually found metals. Yikes. Lots of research, Danny. Lots of research. Yeah, I don't even want to touch on that, Kirby, because I don't know if it's legal or not illegal. Sounds scary. See, it's obviously illegal until it's noticed. Oof, don't do it then, man. You're going to end up in jail. I do have an Instagram, yes. Come and find me. It's Real Free Advice Guy. It's also in my links. Are you going to come check me out, Surya? Glad to meet you. I appreciate it. I feel like you're trolling me, but I appreciate it. All right. I appreciate it then. I appreciate it. I dig it, man. Man. All right. What do we got going on today? Nothing on board, but I always see you when I poop. Hey, man. I'm happy to be your poop friend. What game should I play? You should play Zombies in Marvel Rivals. See if you could beat Nightmare 4. That is the goal. Hey, let's go, Surya. Can I make something levitate without a propulsion system? If you know some other form of science, maybe. Are we talking basics? You could use air. Yeah, magnetism is another one. Yeah. Or you could figure out what David Blaine used to do. You know what I mean? Sure, Mr. Speedrunner. I feel like I'm being set up, but I'm here for it. We are getting educated on how to make things levitate with magnetism. Levitate but not stable. Hey, I still like it. Later, speedrunner. I appreciate the information. It's pretty cool. Hello, Kirby. What other interesting things have you done? If you got to go, speedrunner, don't worry about it. But I'll see you next time, brother. Take care. Yes, sir, Kirby. Yes, sir. Yo, what's up, JK? Zach, welcome to the Instagram. We're doing this is a new Instagram thing. We're giving it a try. How do I get abs, Rico? I'll give you the internet answer. Be at a calorie deficit. Get down to 8% body fat, 10%. The leaner you get, the more you could see them. But you have to actually add abs, and weighted exercises are sort of the cheat code to that. Give me one sec here. How to get a girlfriend? Make friends with everybody with no expectations. If and when it'll be a fit, you'll know it. They'll know it. It'll be easy. What do you think of that advice? I think you can rent girlfriends these days. There are ways to do that. I think. I don't know if you should, but I believe they're called sugar relationships. It would not be financially responsible. That is for sure. That is for sure. How are you today? I feel like it's Nathan. Man than F1? Man, you got to tell me. I have performance review tomorrow. Going to ask for a raise. I definitely wish you luck. Are you ready to sell yourself and the value you bring to the team? I'm not good at the talking part, but I'm good at the doing work part. You just have to sell yourself there. Point out how you're better than your peers, the value that you bring, that it's sustained success that will continue into the future, and that you should be compensated for it. Got some industry certs meanwhile, so I hope to have a little leverage tomorrow. I like it, man. You should take time tonight and just really write down what makes you different. Last month I found out some coworkers make more than me. Get this, they don't know how to privately upload files to a shared team folder. It really messed me up. Gonna stand up for myself. I respect that, brother. I have seen people working who have put in years of time at places, and they bring in new people making 40+% more, man. That's why it's hard to argue with people who say it's better to switch companies. Nobody's looking out for you if you're not looking out for yourself, you know? Yep, that's the ultimate leverage, getting external offers, but it's hard to do in current times. I tried. Yeah, that's up. That'll make the raise thing, getting a raise, a little bit tougher as well. I am down 10K on Doge. That's rough. Gonna ride it out. All right, so you got long-term hope in Doge, right? These are tough. These are tough investments to hold for a long time. I'm not saying don't do it, but there are times when you have to do to cut your losses. But maybe it'll go crazy. I was up 40K at one point. All right. What was your total investment? 20K. All right. So you invested 20K. You got up to 60, and now you're down to 10. That's a wild ride, Buta. If it hits $1, I'll have about 100K in profit. If is a big thing. Who controls Doge? Who owns it? Who runs it? Why would it go up again? You got to think about these things. It could, but you got to think about it. Yeah. So when it comes to these altcoins, kind of coins in general, cryptocurrencies, I always look at it from a invest what you're willing to have go to zero for the chance that it'll make you rich. Phoenix Fire 2025. Hi, advice guy. I have an unencumbered house. Should I take the equity out and invest, or should I keep using my spare cash and remain mortgage free? This is a really good question, Phoenix Fire. This is ultimately going to come down to personal preference. You have people out there who want to use other people's money to make money, right? So you leverage it, you pull that money out, you either invest in another home or stocks or something like that, which may return more than the interest rate. But it all depends, man. Do you want to be a landlord? Do you want to be leveraged? What happens if it doesn't rent for 2 or 3 months? Can you afford that? What's your cash flow on it? Or if you invest in stocks, will it actually keep up with the interest that you're paying? What will you do if there's a downturn in the market? So this is all you, Phoenix Fire, about what you personally like to do. I don't like being leveraged. I would rather own assets outright or be working towards that goal, if that makes sense. All right, let's see here. It would suck if it went to zero, but wouldn't change my life. All right. Wait, Bitcoin controls Doge? What's your thoughts on leverage ETFs, on its impacts on the economy, good or bad? I don't know that they're big enough to actually have an effect on the economy. I do think for someone who is super aggressive at the right opportunities, there could be times to buy. But leverage securities make me uncomfortable for sure. Thank you. Don't really want the stress of being a landlord and worried about the potential downturn coming. Agree with you in regards to not owning. Yeah, I got you, Phoenix. For some people, that is the life to live, man. They love living that life. For you, your bills are as low as they could possibly be. You should be saving as much as humanly possible, Phoenix. Save as much as humanly possible. My house is worth 500K. I owe about 200K and have a 2.5% interest rate. Have been wondering if I should take that equity out and invest it. Uh, this is the same sort of answer as Phoenix, man. It all depends on your risk tolerance. If you're taking out more loans, you're leveraging yourself, you're putting yourself at higher risk because if the house doesn't rent out or there's a downturn, Novel Biz, oh man, a spammer and kick. Um, but you'll be super leveraged, and if it doesn't rent out for a couple months or big repairs come, it's tough. You have to decide if that's the life you want to live, Buta, if you have enough risk tolerance. and if that life seems enjoyable for you. My mic is a HyperX Quadcast S. What kind of mic setup do you have? iPhone mic? I dig it. I got this thing for super cheap. Some guy quit streaming and wanted to sell it. So they got it for like $60. Hey, so unsolicited idea, maybe you should have the Free Advice Guy banner as a green screen backdrop and 1/3 as market screener and 1/3 as chat messages. Ooh. What would be the market screener? Because this is on portrait, right? So are you talking about the portrait setup? So where this black bar is at the bottom? Okay. All right. So Free Advice Guy banner as a green screened backdrop. I don't know how to do that. One screen as market screener. Are you talking about like one screen that shows what the market is doing? And then 1/3 is chat messages? Maybe top movers, losers of the day. Okay. I dig that. I'm not, this is tough because I don't just talk about stocks. I purposely quit going into stocks and bonds and things like that. So, yeah, it's tough. I just don't want to be like everyone else. or just financial news headlines and could serve as an icebreaker. I like that. I think that's a good idea. I got to figure it out because this whole portrait thing is not ideal. I don't know how to make this. So I really want to get the banner behind me so I can get rid of the thing in the middle altogether and just have essentially this same banner moved up green screen behind me. I don't know how to do that. Wait, I wonder if there's something in here to see if we can add a source. Is there a green screen? Does not look like it. Yo, what's up, Soft? Welcome, Brotair. Yep. I'm not sure how to set the background. I'm in what they call slobs. I'm in Streamlabs. I think OBS and slobs are very similar. So I could probably look that up. Later, sir. Thanks for dropping by. Man of 1,000 hats. I have a weird question. I have an 0403B. Should I roll it over to an IRA? And if the management company sends me a check and I deposit it and immediately move it to the IRA, will IRS get mad at me? You have to show that it went back in, man of thousands, and you only have 60 days to do so. An indirect rollover. Yes, him. You can. So should you roll it over to an IRA? There's generally more flexibility in an IRA, more investment options and stuff like that. So it could be beneficial. You could also pick the institution you want it in. So, but yeah, if they cut a check from your 403B and you put it in, you're going to want to talk with a tax advisor. But you have 60 days essentially from distribution to put it back in as an indirect rollover. Hit me, him. Him on? I am 60 now and am very much worried about my family's financial condition. How can I make my career as if without too much spending money on high level of education? I mean, this is a great question. You want to look for a low cost of barrier to get your education, right? What are skills that you have that you could then leverage into further education to be able to start doing jobs for people with the least amount of money up front? Does that make sense? I'm in 11th class right now, making my career as an investment banker in India, but I don't have enough time or money to do MBA or master's after my graduation, but investment banking requires it. It's tough. If there are barriers to entry, it's hard to bypass them, you know? Thanks. It was making guaranteed 7% and it doubled in 10 years of dormancy, but I think I can do better. Well, that means if it doubled in 7 years, that means it was averaging like 10 years. It was averaging at least 7%. You can possibly do better than that, right? But it all depends on how it was invested. What were you invested in, Hats? 1,000 hats. What were you invested in? What would be your advice for me then? I mean, that's tough, man. I can't really. I don't know enough about your personal life, your country, and all that sort of stuff to know what you should do. But is there a way for you to make money now and get education later? You can definitely break into investment banking with an undergrad. What about in India, though? He's in India. That's part of the issue. I graduated from India because I like finance. That's why IB. I don't know off the top of my head. It was a Texas State Employee Retirement Program. All right. Well, I mean, if you could figure that out, because to double in 10 years at 7.2, that's an average of about 7.2%. That's not terrible. While you definitely can do more if the market allows it. Currently in Singapore, hey, I dig that. I dig that. What do I do if Mike feel like you're trying to get me to say something, but I can't even figure it out. I'm not sure. Garage, what's going on? For anybody new, I'm a free financial advisor. I'm a certified financial planner professional. I'm a fiduciary, which means I have to do what's in your best interest. And I worked at Vanguard for 13 years, and I quit my job to change the world and help millions of people achieve financial literacy. I am not sure what site you're talking about, Garage. And no, I didn't. So sorry. Uh-oh, don't say that. He's a bad troll? Okay. Alright, I won't say it. I'm glad my spidey senses kicked off. I was planning on putting it in diverse ETFs. I mean, diversification is good. Just make sure you understand what you're investing in and why. When it gets to that point to make investments, we could talk about it. Hats. IB is the most mind-numbing, boring, mental taxing work in finance besides maybe like accounting. It's just romanticize the media. Yeah, you think you're going to be making these blockbuster deals between countries, helping with negotiations, changing the world. And that's not how it is. What's up, Gala? Welcome. I talked to you about the stock market in Brazil, about the high fees. Were you the guy who was saying you had a crazy return? I forgot how much, but... And CDB in a regular bank, you have 50% year and low risk. That's crazy, Garage. There's got to be a reason for it, man. Stocks between 7 and 10%. A regular bank is paying 15%. Yeah, you can talk to Manthan. Man, then F1. That still seems crazy that you're getting more of a return in the risk-free stuff than you are in the risky stuff. Yes, I too is the biggest. In today's world, is it better to buy gold or silver, or is it better to invest in stocks? It depends on what your goal is and what your risk tolerance is, right? Gold has essentially moved in lockstep with inflation, except for the last few years. Sort of the same thing with housing, right? It ebbs and flows. So, do you think it's at a high? Do you think it's going to go even higher? Right? There's lots of things to factor in. I think you need to understand why you want to own metals or stocks and then figure it out from there. I mean, I'm nearly 40 and in debt up to my eyes, so I figure I need to make the most of my free retirement monies. So, being in debt, man, there's multiple things here, Hats. You got to have a plan to pay the debt off and also to invest to make sure you can retire. The inflation in Brazil is high, and the banks need to pay more to capture this money in the market. I mean, I get you. It's just crazy. It's like consulting sector, but in finance. I mostly agree with that. People outside of Brazil is investing in real estate. Real estate in Brazil? So you got outsiders of Brazil investing in Brazil? All right, I could see that. Maybe that means something for the future. Who knows? Oh man, we have the world premiere coming up here soon. Real estate between 6 and 12% per year. All right. 3 o'clock's off, so I think 2 o'clock. It is, we have, because of this video, we're back to Old Town Scottsdale, but because of this video, we have made a decision to change the way we release videos. So now our Wednesday and Friday releases are going to be nothing but like deeper, oh, sorry, not starting now, with the next video. So the next night, we're going to put out nothing but solid financial conversations, and then in the whole night is when we'll add all the fun, if that makes sense. All right, yep, but that 403B investment is already invested in Untouchable. I am milking the match of my current job and paying off all I can and trying not to get deeper in debt. I love that, Hats. I love that. How do you get dividend yield in real estate? Well, it's just a type of terminology. Real estate can be a cash flow asset, and some people can refer to the cash that it is producing as a dividend. You could also buy real estate investments that pay out income as well. If you found the right REIT or something like that. We're trying something new, Soft. We're trying something new. We got to do something different. So we're now at the thinking about how to change what we're doing or market what we're doing, SEO, all that sort of stuff. How do people use debts to buy assets? All right. So to give you a very specific example, Rexid, let's just say you had a house, you bought it in 12 years ago for 150,000, and now it's worth 350,000. People will then take a home equity line of credit and or just refinance, I should say, pull out some equity and buy another property. So that's what they're doing. Or if the rate of return on that refinance is, the interest rate is low enough, maybe they'll just do traditional investments at the same time. So that's like the short version of it. But you're essentially taking out loans to buy things that produce income. Yeah, they definitely could be returning to or talking about REITs. I mean, I follow Ramsey as well as I can, but his advice works best for dual income and or six-figure income. It's hard on 50K per year. Yeah, that's actually where I'm trying to come in here, Hats. Get people early. Avoid the debt trap early. Get your expenses as low as possible. Do a budget. Stack cash. Get rich. Hold tight, Free Willy. You know anything UK based? I know principles and I know the basics of some of the ISAs over there and all that sort of stuff. I would not say I'm an expert in the UK, but I could probably help you out with principles and at least the way to think about things. You know what I mean? Testimony, another one. Hey, homie, this is the same one. I could share your stream in a Kit community to help you hit 1,500 followers, 700 viewers, and earn $1,000 per stream. If you could actually get $1,000 per stream, like legitly, that's all you need to do. That's crazy. You just stream every day, make 300 grand a year. I've been in debt free since uni. That's what I'm talking about. Not because I'm smart or anything. I was too lazy to ever apply for one. But help me. Kind of scary how many of my friends have insane credit card debt. Yeah, dude. I had somebody who left college $200,000 in debt. It was a mix of student loans, private loans, credit cards, personal loans, but he put himself $200,000 in debt. Now he's an attorney, and he's probably making over six figures now. But yeah, he's still paying it off. You know. I agree with you. What you said: low expenses, save money, stack cash. I think best way UK based is try flip primary residence with a house that has potential value. Yeah, the UK is sort of punitive, right? As you move up in social classes. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, for me, it's stacking cash, buying assets. And I know that's slower than some people like. Some people really like the idea of leveraging money. And more power to those people. But that is not me. Not me. I'm the last of the cleavers. One income, two cars, and a mortgage. And I bought in 2015 for 5 figures and less than 5%. Housing is insane right now. Yes, it is, Hats. Yes, it is. We're also a single family. We did have 2 cars, but I got rear-ended and then it was totaled, so we don't. And we bought our house, or I bought the house in 2012, like 3.375. But in the States, isn't everything geared to make you take on debt? Like, isn't your credit score important for big purchases? You're made to feel that way. You can absolutely live outside of the credit world in America, but we are sort of programmed to just do it. That's tough. In the UK, if you live in the house and it's your only house, then any money made on the sale is tax-free. Okay, I like that. So then are you saying sell your primary to buy another primary? Is that the goal there? And the Dow was up crazy again. Yeah, just keep flipping up, then cash in and buy a house mortgage free. All right, would you have to downsize at that point? Because if you're going to keep upgrading for more money, at some point you got to downgrade, correct? What could you prefer? What age should people start investing? Honestly, if they understand what they're doing and why, the first time they get earned income. And if their parents can before that, do that. But if you're talking about as an individual, the day you make money, you should begin investing. Ideally, or location is massive in the UK. Yeah, I could see that. Are the outside of city limits becoming more valuable now? Or is it still just the city there in the UK? I'm surprised there hasn't been a bubble in the credit card market that I know of, at least. I mean, there was in '08, but that was mortgages. Yeah, I mean, we are 1.3 trillion in debt. At some point, the rubber will hit the road. I just don't know when. I'm trying to get people to be aware of this now and start dialing back on the way that they spend now. Let's make changes. Let's not be a part of the subsequent collapse. Let's all be debt free and not be affected by it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Oh man, 25 minutes until the premiere. Dude, the amount of YouTube subscribers over the last 28 days is almost 25% of our overall subscribers. We have 858 subscribers, and in the last 28 days, 206 of them are new. That's wild. When I was an undergrad, national debt was like 8 trillion. Yes. This is the biggest thing. If anybody wants to look into this, look up what happens when debt to GDP gets over 1.3 or 130%, however you want to look at it. That's actually one of the more terrifying indicators economically throughout history that things are about to get bad. Like, that's literally when things like revolutions begin. People can no longer hide from how it feels. I think this is AI. I think this AI is a bubble. especially with the promise of AGI. If the AI makes any decision on a probability, then any decision it makes us on a previous probability. So just a chain. I can't see why a professional would not use an AI trained specifically for its use, not some general thing. I do think AI can be beneficial if used properly. I do think we're probably overblowing it in its capacity today and even near future, but I don't know. It feels like self-learning is kind of scary for a computer, and then if it starts making decisions, right? All it has to realize is that, wait a minute, you humans are more likely to kill yourselves than to keep living. All right, we're locking you down. Boom, Terminator. Private credit market is booming. Even in emerging markets, there's an awesome docu about this. If you think payday shark loans are bad in the U.S., try them in less regulated markets like India. Oof. Yeah, that's scary, man. It's really scary. It's really scary. Man, could you imagine if we went back to $8 trillion in debt? Wiz would be like, man, we could pay this off. Nice. We would think it was cheap. All right, I do, but I mean the capacity in the future, I don't see any better than it is now. As in, ChatGPT can in theory choose to output anything, but it doesn't, as it would be irrelevant. So is that AGI? Just be faster in using models concurrently. I think the main issue is when it starts making decisions, and if a robot can be programmed with it. Oh man, you deleted your message, Hats. But if it starts making decisions for humans that humans don't get a final say on, right? That's the scary part. I think the fairy tale of AI is great. You have a robot that takes care of all your house duties. Nice. But, I don't know. How close are we really to being there? Maybe we're way closer than I think. I don't know. I missed a sentence. Stand by. Stand by. Viper's coming down. Can anybody tell me where that's from? Oh man, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Be right back. One sec. We are back. We are back. Do you know of when Anthropic made Limbs handle a vending machine business? No, I have not heard that. Did it go well or did it go poorly? I don't think people understand how debt weighs. Yes, I completely agree. Hey, Weon, welcome. I do not gamble. Weon, if this is your first time, I'm a free financial advisor. I'm a certified financial planner professional. I'm trying to help millions of people achieve financial literacy. If you want more details, let me know. Yeah, debt debt is a crippler, and we get so used to it. One of the saddest things, and I did this, but a lot of people do it. They get a new job. They're making $400-600 more per month now, and they go and get like a $800 car payment. Lives near Vegas, doesn't gamble, lies. Yeah, I've never gotten into it. That's not to say I haven't been to a casino. I have placed bets. But debt is absolutely crippling for people. What is your opinion on gambling? Gambling is a waste of time and money for the most part. If people are going to gamble, it should be budgeted for a specific amount that they never go over. But the problem is, even the most responsible gambler turns into an addict and blows right past their budgeted amount. So I'm just generally not a fan of gambling. What are your thoughts on gambling, Weanne? Your needs will always meet your budget if you let it. I do believe we're given what we need. It's our job to be good stewards, and almost none of us are good stewards. Oh, whoops. Let's pull up. I'm definitely addicted. Yeah, that's part of the issue, man. There is no edge in gambling. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Lost around about 25,000. Yeah, you got to quit, Wean. You got to quit. That's what you have to do. You got to quit. Why don't you have subs turned on, brother? So my Kick stream, I don't. Kick is like a tertiary stream for me. I'm just available on Kick in case. So I don't even. I don't know what the equivalent is to being affiliate on Twitch, but I am not affiliate on Kick. Yes, the gambling guy was on Kick. leave click, close your betting accounts, my guy. It's never too late. That's true. It's never too late to stop gambling. Just quit it. I think some people enjoy gambling games, but you could play for chips if it's about the game. I also think $1 per week for a lotto ticket is worth the hope it generates. You're likely never gonna win, but it is a fun thing to play. Thoughts on XRP? I think for all cryptocurrency, we have to remember there's no intrinsic value. So if you're investing in it, you're essentially investing in hope. And it's very possible that XRP, Bitcoin, and these other ones can go through the roof. But there's also a chance it can go to zero. So if people are considering cryptocurrency, I always tell them to put in the amount that they are comfortable going to zero. And if it makes you rich, great. But if it goes to zero, it didn't cripple you. What do you think about apps like Rocket Money or Acorns that rely on people having no idea how much money is leaving their bank account? I think there is definitely a positive to it. I don't know anything about those, so I can't specifically talk to them. But if there is a way for people to become more aware of their money and do something about it, that is awesome. But anything that can help somebody be better with money, I'm a fan of, you know? Why would you say crypto is a good investment for the amount you're willing to place? Uh, for the amount you're willing to lose, is it a good investment? That's too bold for me. I think for some people it can be, right? There are people who think it's going to go to 20 or 30 million a coin. Hey, I hope to have some relationship with one of these companies one day, but I would have to actually use it and actually believe in it. Otherwise, I would never partner with anybody. I don't care how much they're paying me. But if it's a good investment or not is totally personal. Totally personal. Acorns rounds up your expenditures on your debit card to the nearest dollar up to $5, but then it'll only extract the money from your bank account once it's achieved $5. I don't have $5 extra. All right. Yeah, that does make it a little bit tougher. Is becoming, well, I think jail. I'm going to say no, Weanne. I know this is a troll question, but I'm going to say no. Invest the extracted cash in fractional stock shares. Okay. Acorn rounds up and invest. Both pretty cool. I do like that. I do like that. All right, guys, we are 4 minutes away. If you haven't already done so, there is a pinned. Oh wait, did I not do it? And I did not do it. Nope, that isn't it. Let's trash that one. Let's get to this pin here. Let's see. We're gonna throw it into kick. Let's go. And then we're gonna pin it. Video premieres in 5 minutes. Also, in the personal finance realm, I do like Apple Pay. Yeah, Apple Pay does make things easier, for sure. Speaking of crypto, though, someone gave me one whole Bitcoin back in 2013. I have no idea where it is. That is crazy. I mean, that's life-changing money, Hats. Was it on a cold wallet? Cold storage wallet or what? Right? You just have 100 grand sitting somewhere, man. That stresses me out. We got to find that cold storage wallet, man. Had some crypto too for doing cringe shady stuff like bottling accounts, not cool shady stuff like yo. Yeah, that's crazy. Hello, Department of Nonsense. Welcome. No, it's in the digital wallet somewhere, but at the time it was 99 cents. Why would I keep track of it? Yeah. Hunt for it, hats. Hunt for it, man. That's literally life-changing money. Especially with the stuff that we've talked about today. If you found that, it would get you so much further ahead. I tell people I set down a house and forgot where it was. Yeah. I found an old crypto wallet with 60,000. Yo, we have different stuff going on right now. Hats lost 100,000. Department of Nonsense found 60,000. This is wild. If I had $1,000 laying around, what would you invest in? Well, if my budget was set and my emergency fund was good, I'd set a goal for the money. So it would depend on what the goal is and the time horizon, Weanne. Right? It could be retirement, and I would invest a different way. It could be for a house. I would invest a different way. Stuff like that. All right. I got to pull this up now. It's time. Where is it? We got it up. Video's about to start, guys. Uh-oh, I don't know if we set up the premiere right. Let's see. So, Weanne, I'm going to answer your question, even though I don't generally like to go into specifics like that without a lot more stuff. But, right, if it's for the long term, what kind of goals are there? Buying a house, car, and retiring? Do budgeting enthusiasts not have cool goals? I mean, it could be traveling. I think one of the best ones is a travel budget and or a slush fund. I just want to have $1,000 a month that I can do whatever I want to do with it. Uh-oh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Welcome to Free Advice.
If I found that I'd be debt-free, I have one of the numerical addresses, but I'm pretty sure that I saw the passphrase in a doc somewhere and said, what's this bunch of nonsense, and deleted it. Yo. I purposely am not sharing my screen on the initial.
What is the best business to invest in?
Best business?
If you want to start doing... if you want to start doing... what is it?
So this conversation today, in the future, would not be a release for today. It would be in the full-length video.
Well, there's actually ways where you're not invested in a business. So I don't know that you could put one that's better than the other. But I mean, you can get into bond funds or dividend-paying stocks. Where
all right, one sec here, one sec. I'm still listening, income, 1 sec.
But there's much less risk of a bond fund failing than a business.
So like a 401k.
Sort of. It could be in a taxable account, if depending on how you want it. That's not tax efficient. It could be in a 401k, IRA. Really anything. It's just more about what your goal is for the money. So if you're trying to stack your income so you can quit your job eventually, people will throw that in like a taxable account. That's kind of the rage right now, dividend bros. So
dividend bros
like that. But otherwise, if you're looking to invest in individual companies, it's just more risky.
Okay.
I plan to go back to.
Thank you.
Props to the friend who was looking out for the party.
At Free Advice Guy, our mission is to help millions of
We,
people achieve financial
I plan
literacy.
to do a full
If you'd like to
series
join the mission,
of
click the
commentary
Patreon link
on
down
all
below
of these
for a
videos.
free budgeting worksheet and exclusive community content and live streams. Together, we will help millions of people achieve financial literacy.
I want to give a special shout out to our contributing Patreon members.
Oh, no.
Patreon is going to be the lifeblood of this mission. With your help, we're going to help millions of people achieve financial literacy. Next up, we have Misbehaving, asking some general financial questions.
All right,
Yeah.
who's getting married?
She's in the club, but we had to come get food, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
This hot mess is hungry.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
We couldn't leave Hot Mess by ourselves, so.
Understandable.
Yeah.
You gotta stick with your friends.
Yeah.
All right, though. You had a question.
Yeah.
All right, well, shoot.
Okay, so what would be your best piece of financial advice to somebody in their 20s?
All right. I got
You
one
have a
right
mic,
here.
never mind.
Sneakily
Sorry.
hidden here. It's super basic, but it's spend less than you make. But you
Okay.
have to do a budget. If you understand where every dollar is coming and going, I promise you it'll change your life. Take the next 3 to 6 months to literally write down everything. Not to plug it, but if you join my Patreon, I have a free budget worksheet.
Okay.
So just keep track of everything, and then it'll be eye-opening. You'll realize you're spending a couple $100 on, like, I don't know, shoes that you didn't realize it.
Right,
It's not necessarily bad that you were spending the money, it's that you didn't know.
right.
So
Mine's
when
probably
you
reading
do-
my coffee. It's gonna be.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
We had a joke in another video. Someone said they spent $400 on coffee.
I don't really.
Per
Yeah,
month.
I'm afraid to write it down. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
Yeah.
but see, that's part of it because it's eye-opening.
Right.
And then you have to deal with that emotion because you're like, oh man, I really am spending $350 a month on whatever it is.
Yep.
And then you dial it back. And it's not that you never do it, it's that you're purposeful with it. You put money aside
Like to
every
talk to a girl.
week or
The,
month. So that becomes
our viral
money
clip
for
was
that
similar to
specific
that.
Purpose, and then you're never stressed out about it again.
F1. There
So
we go.
it's there. I would also recommend in starting a slush fund. I know that sounds basic, but throw 50 or $100 every paycheck into an anything fund.
Okay.
That way, anytime you do something like this, you want to go on
Right.
a trip, you want to do anything, you already have cash set aside. So you just, if you put it on a credit card, you just pay it off immediately, and you're like,
Right.
man, I feel good.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all right.
hey, it's
Yeah.
okay. I appreciate you.
Thank you to everyone who chatted. Stay tuned for Friday's video. You're gonna love it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
So what's really funny about the voiceovers, if I film them during the day, you get welcome back. Da 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 da. We're here for this video. Do do do. If my kids are asleep, you get welcome back. It's such a huge difference. I didn't realize it. My wife said I'm not as loud as I think I am at night, but still. But yeah, our viral clip, we did have a viral clip that got 4.5 million views that we took down. That was sad. That was sad, guys. I would play it now, but she asked us to take it down. She said it was causing too many issues or issues within her family. So we took it down. It slowed down progress big time. But we felt we had to do the right thing there. All right, Sonia, Sonia and Tabitha, welcome. All right, guys, we're a few minutes away from ending the stream. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about? All right. So referring back to my 403b, given that it's somewhere in the realm of 12,000, would I be better off going mutual funds instead of ETFs? So a lot of the time, it's actually the same thing. Mutual funds and ETFs generally have similar underlying investments. It's just the way that they trade. So to give you a specific example, at Vanguard, the total stock market index mutual fund, I believe, is VTSAX. The ETF, which is the same exact holdings, is VTI. Do you want to buy it on an exchange with the ability to trade it during market hours? Or do you want to buy a mutual fund, which just settles at the end of the day, right? So there's not necessarily a better. They can both literally do the same thing. If you're going to buy it for 30 years, it really doesn't matter. So what are your thoughts there, Hats? All right. So for anybody who watched the video, what did you think about it? It's definitely different, and it doesn't feel like a full offering of what we do, but it was a conversation, so we went with it. A few more minutes left, guys. A few more minutes left. Yeah, I appreciate it, Hats. Your questions are more meaningful than you realize. There are people who come in and they might be scared to chat, but they're listening, you know what I mean? And then they get excited later, and then they want to ask their questions. So I appreciate you, Hats. With mutual funds, I suppose you can have set and forget automations that you can't with ETFs. That is very true. What with rebalancing trading windows? So there's that. Yep. Mutual funds give you more options for the automatic. There is no doubt about it. ETFs won't let you do it. Sounds good, sir. Appreciate you coming through. We are ending in less than 1 minute. I mean, it's a retirement account, so my plan is to just put money somewhere and watch it go. Yep. That's the best way to do it. Get your investments on automatic and let it grow over time, baby.
Мороженку, может, съела?
Сейчас уберу. Да, вся прямо перепачкалась.
Да?
Все.
Нормально?
Да, сейчас хорошо.
Все, пошли, мне надо шампунь.
У тебя фамилия Николаева, ты Она
Она говорит, вы попробовали карандаш.
оправдываешь.
Леша, блин, попробуй, пойдем. Леша, блин.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and call that. I'll put it this way. I haven't checked the bells on anybody's channel to get notification, but I'm going to click here, subscribe, and bell on your channel. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea what that means to me. We're trying to change the world. We do it one soul at a time, you know what I mean? I really appreciate you, hats. Come back, we'll ask some more questions. But yeah, I'm going to head off now. I appreciate everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will likely not be back tomorrow, but Friday and Saturday I'll be here. Private community Q&A on the Patreon on Saturday. It is free to join, as well as a market recap. So if you need anything, I'll see you Friday or Saturday. But have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.